If you're completely done with crowd cruising and subway surfing in Japan's cities, Amanohashidate can be your gateway drug to getting addicted to the Japanese countryside. Now I know it can be a bit of a brain changer to head out into the sticks, but don't worry, I'm here to help. In this video I'm going to clue you in on all my best tips and tricks to help you get the most out of Amanohashidate. Let's look at the territory and see what's on offer here. The magnificent pine-covered sandbar is the centerpiece, running for about 2.5 kilometers across Miyazu Bay. On one side you'll find the railway station, Amanohashidate Viewland, as well as the majority of shops and eateries here. Over on the other side is Kasamatsu Park, which, like Viewland, offers vistas of the stunning scenery, plus there's a smaller area of shops and restaurants. And about 15 kilometers further up the coast is the incredible traditional fishing village of Ine, where you can take sightseeing boat tours around the bay. Now most people come on day trips from Kyoto or Osaka when they visit, but because it takes at least 2 hours to arrive by train or bus, that means you end up with a dramatically shortened day. And while the transportation here is very usable, it's more limited since we're pretty much in the middle of nowhere. This means it's exceedingly tough to have enough time to see all the major spots and enjoy them to the max. So if you want to drink in the awesome natural beauty of this top scenic destination, the best thing to do is take the less is more approach and really pick and choose what you want to do. For example, although there are two major viewpoints here, Amanohashidate Viewland and Kasamatsu Park, I don't think there's a huge benefit in visiting both. Viewland is good because it's close to the station and doesn't require you to cross the bay. However, I prefer the view from Kasamatsu Park. But since Amanohashidate is such a great destination where you'll want to take your time, my ninja hack is to come and stay overnight. At the start and the end of the day, you'll enjoy the sights with far fewer people around, and you can go everywhere you want at a relaxed pace. I'll put my personal recommendations for accommodation down in the description. Now, as I mentioned before, transport here is good, but somewhat limited. Unless you're renting a car, you do need to plan ahead. So here are a few tips. To get from the station to Kasamatsu Park, you can either take the bus or the ferry. The bus takes about 25 minutes, runs once an hour, and is often completely sardined with other tourists who just don't know any better. On the other hand, the ferry only takes 12 minutes, runs twice an hour, and has plenty of room, so go take the ferry. In fact, the only time I think you should take the bus here is when you're going to Ine village. This should definitely be on your itinerary, so try to fit it in. Get on the bus at the bottom of the ropeway area and it'll take you half an hour to reach Ine. This is the same bus that I mentioned before. It only runs once an hour, so make sure you know when your return bus is leaving. If you're looking to do some carb offsetting after too much ramen, rental bikes are a really good option for getting around the area. Most cyclists only head over the sandbar to reach the ropeway, but for you exceptionally active folks, grab yourself an e-bike and you can easily pedal all the way up to Ine if the weather's good. You'll find a bunch of different rental outlets between the station and the start of the sandbar. Now when it comes to getting tickets for your transportation and attractions here, there's really only one way to go, and that's to get the Amanohashidate Sightseeing Pass. It includes the Kasamatsu Park ropeway and chairlift, your bus and ferry tickets, as well as the Ine Bay boat tour. Most visitors will want to use this pass, but if you're cycling or walking across the sandbar, it might not pay off for you. If you're not using a sightseeing pass here, make sure you're prepared to pay with some cash for the bus, as you can't use IC cards like Ikoka or Suica. It's the same situation when getting tickets for the ferry, ropeway or Ine Bay boat tour, but at those places you can use your credit card. Now I should expect there are plenty of eateries in Amanohashidate on both sides of the sandbar, but if you find yourself with sunny weather when you visit, it's a great idea to have a picnic somewhere under the pines looking out to sea. Head over to the Nishigaki supermarket not far from the ropeway, where you'll find a surprisingly large selection of bento boxes and anything else you may want for an alfresco lunch. This supermarket is also really important if you're going back to Osaka or Kyoto in the evening, because if you're planning to eat dinner on the train, you should know that there are no convenience stores around the station. Definitely pick up a bento or snacks at this supermarket before heading back. I put links to timetables, bicycle rental shops, Google Maps pins, and the sightseeing pass all in the description. And if you want to know more about coming to Amanohashidate, then check out this playlist up here. See ya.